Greg and I are here in the pits at Eagle River for Vintage Weekend. We're going to pit for my buddy Mike this weekend. Well, Mike's out practicing or something, so let's start by taking a walk through the pits. Boy, there's a lot of great sleds here. A little enticer. These guys are doing a little suspension work. Another beautiful TX 340. Starfire. Look how wide that one is. Troy Pierce chassis or something similar anyways, being that wide. Sweet 440. We got more sleds over there under covers. Super cool. Very cool. Very cool. Bill Elvis Stoll, Rupp 3D, really cool sled. What year Skidoo is that, Greg?
73 Blizzard.
Greg says 73 Blizzard. Cool, like those free airs. That's a funky looking Polaris right there. Cool stuff. How about this? 71 TNT, Greg says. It's a one-lunger. That's flipping awesome. Greg, is this the seat you're going to get made?
Basically the same, correct.
Yeah, way cool. Here, you want the mic back, Greg? All right. Got a twister. I know our patron, Brian Gillingham, loves Mercuries. There you go, Gilly. It's for sale. Proven winner. So many cool sleds here in the pits. Pretty awesome. More twisters. Okay. All right, we got to go in and get our wristbands. Check this out, folks. I'm counting 4 spark plugs on this one. I bet it sounds awesome. So that's your next heat?
Our next heat, race
The
49.
elderly class.
It is the elderly class.
Masters, 50 years and older. There we go.
Let's just call me the geriatric class.
The geriatric class. Awesome, Mike. Pit stuff. Got to pull that hood off before it fits in the trailer. Aardvark nose hangs a little low.
Yep.
Okay. We're gonna have
Oh,
to.
oh, oh, back up. Your hood strap. Quick down.
That strap hooked?
Yeah.
Oh, well, all right.
All right, now pull. There we go.
Pit crew stuff going on. So, Greg, hold the brake. So, Mike's got it engages hard and then it bogs. So, we're going to take a look at it, especially at the secondary. A little concerned maybe the secondary is dumping open. So, there you go. The pit crew experience in the trailer wrenching on shit. Did some more pit crew stuff here. Took Mike's roller thing off his Articat secondary and wound the spring one hole tighter. Almost like a real pit crew. We're in the Derby ice blade trailer here, checking things out. This is what you do when you're a pit crew. You go to other pit crews' trailers and socialize. I'm filming the pit crew experience, so check this thing out. She's got some big heads on her, don't she?
Yep.
That's what I want to do.
All right, we're here in Chuck Derby's trailer. We're interviewing AJ Lang, driver of, what is it, a Supermod 440?
Yep. This is our Supermod 440.
Oh, this thing's awesome.
It is.
What the what?
For the WC class.
For the WC, okay. So how'd you do today?
So far, all right. We won our first heat. Had a few things to work on. We're going into the Friday night show here, and hoping to get a win.
Awesome. Can you tell me a little bit about the sled? Like, who built your motor for you?
Yeah, it's a Hooper Power Plant trackside pipes.
No shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
So you got the big names right there on this thing.
You have to have it to compete in this class. You have to have the best, and that's what we got here.
That's cool.
Yeah. And the chassis is all hand built by us.
Okay.
In Mike's garage, we built the chassis ourselves with a different design, and then we got the Derby skis on it, and yeah, they're really working. It's what you need to have here, and that's why the competition is going to that as well.
Nice. So how wide's your front beam center to center? Do you know?
No, I don't. That's a Chuck question. He would know.
39 and a half.
A 39 and a half. So she's quite a bit wider than it was stock.
Yeah, there's a few differences from the stock machine back in the day.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
We started with flat sheet metal.
Yeah.
Start to build the Supermods. We start out with just flat sheet metal, even the tunnel is aluminum sheet.
Oh,
and we have a laser cut.
Holy crap.
And then have them built in the tunnels are rolled on the edges. And the whole front end.
Hold it up here,
Whole front end. I'm trying to point down here. The whole front end is made from chromoly.
Sure.
And start out with just tube and flat sheet metal and cut away, and it's our own design.
Yeah.
Everything's our own design.
I see that.
It's got a belt drive on it, which
really?
a lot of guys
I
are.
was noticing, like, it was
So the
like
final
an
drive is a
OG
belt
piece.
drive.
Yep.
Yeah, there is a belt in there. Holy cow.
Yeah. So everything is basically all custom made, but to original framework in terms of the look and the style, as well as roughly the same dimensions.
It meets the rules. pit crew stuff.
This better be a short video because I'm just about out of beer.
All right, people. It's the end of day one of racing here. We're going to check in with Mike. So let's give him a recap. How many races did you run today, Mike?
4.
4?
2 3-lappers and 2 5-lap.
And you completed all the races. I was pretty happy with that.
Well, I don't know about that last race was considered a completion. I did not go across the finish line.
Oh, that was a DNF then. Shoot. Yeah, that's a DNF.
I did the drive of shame.
Oh, he slowed down too much, caught a groove or something, and what'd you do? Like the equivalent of a motorcycle tank slapper?
Well, it just the sled lifted up on the and knocked me off and drove away.
Oh, geez. Well, they do that. Sleds have a mind of their own sometimes.
It was just like a buck and bronc. It just wanted to kick me off. It worked good all day, and now it wanted to remind me why I'm afraid of it.
So, how did me and Greg do on our first day at Eagle River Pit Crew?
Okay, Eagle River Pit Crew, boys. These guys are going to sleep so good tonight. They carried, they lifted,
the sled is moving. Don't lean on the sled.
They helped me start it a couple times. They pushed it all the way back through the pits once.
We ran for fuel and for lube because Mike had a race and it was a heat and he wasn't expecting to make it into the final.
And
he did, and so we had to run back for fuel and lube to get him into the final.
We didn't know that there was going to be a final. We thought it was a one race.
Oh, that's true, yeah. So Mike's last race was the second to last race of the night. Yeah, and it was a big bonus.
Yeah, it was. And I'll tell you what, it's definitely been a whole bunch of fun with you guys here helping.
Well, it's been fun with you too, Mike. This is a great weekend. All right, Mike. That was Mike's Saturday race. You guys just watched, and Mike, all I can say is that was brutal.
It was definitely they were racing rough.
There was some contact where there probably shouldn't have been. It was pretty harsh.
Yeah. There's a couple of guys that pick different lines than I do, I guess too.
Yeah, I got to say this, Mike. I got to give you huge credit. You got right back on the sled and went out.
Well, what else are you gonna do? You have to get off the ice somehow.
Yeah, but you could have left the race, but you kept racing. That was awesome.
I drove 1,000 miles to race. It doesn't matter whether you're on or in the first or last, as long as it'd be nice to be first, and that's what we're working towards. But
Yeah,
you got to get the lap times. You got to just enjoy it.
right. Well, we don't know if Mike took 5th or 6th in that race yet.
close.
It was so close at the end. We got to wait for the final verdict. Mike might be racing tomorrow. All right, people. It's Sunday morning. If I sound a little hoarse, it's because we had a celebration last night. Mike, why are we still here on Sunday?
You guys my pit crew had a celebration. I was a good boy and I was in bed before 10 p.m. Anyways, we are celebrating because I have finally made it to a Sunday final. It has taken almost 10 years. I made it.
This is awesome. So Mike is in the 340 IFS final today. We'll be bringing you that. I'll be recording the race.
Yep, we're there. We finally made it, and it was with all the help of Nutter and Greg. So we're here. Let's go over, guys.
How's that for an Eagle River story, folks? I mean, we're not going to win the World Cup, but he made it to a final. That's pretty freaking good.
And the sled's still in one piece.
Yeah, that's great. All right, thanks, Mike.
Right on.
top sleds going in to get tech. Tech shit. It's Sunday, and Mike, congratulations. Mike raced in the final on 340 IFS.
340 IFS Snow Pro.
He got in the big show on Sunday.
First time ever for the big show for me. I've never made a Sunday final before.
It's cool. So here's the thing about the heat races versus the final. if your sled meets tech, you can pay your money and do heat races. You have to do well to get into the final. You have to know what you're doing. Even the last place finisher on the final is a fast guy. You're in the pack of the fastest of the fast of that class.
It's crazy rolling onto that track with the group of people that I get to race against. We are the fastest IFS sleds out there right now.
It's awesome. It's awesome. So we want to say some thanks. I'll start. I want to thank Craig Marchbank, and I want to thank all the people that are working here this weekend for putting this on. It was an incredible time, and they put on a really good event. And I want to thank all the racers and pit crew. This is my first time here. I walked in a stranger, and I'm leaving part of the family. It's true. When they say that, it's 100% true. So, and I want to thank Mike for inviting us out to do this. I really appreciate it, Mike.
Well, I couldn't have done it without all of your help, between you and Greg and the other volunteers that are here.
And Colton, the cameraman, now.
Colton, the cameraman, he's always here to help. But I'll tell you, we couldn't do this racing without the support of our pit crews, our friends, our families. And we all start racing in more lower areas. And I wouldn't say lower, in different areas. Like I personally started racing in Saskatchewan, and now I'm racing mainly in Minnesota with the CMPR crew. And if you ever want to come out and just watch some real good racing, that's where we're all learning and getting better and faster.
They're called Central Minnesota Pond Racing.
That's right. And then the Wisconsin area is PVR, Pro Vintage Racing.
Our friend Steve Perrick Jr. runs that. Great guy. He's here today.
I raced against him today.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we couldn't do it without the hard work of the people setting up these races and the fun and the family and the camaraderie. We all work together.
Yeah. But here's another thing about this. You're looking at some pretty hot iron here, but they've got classes all the way down to relic single cylinder.
Well, and you can take a look at this 1990 stuff.
Yeah, and they got 90 stuff. And you don't need a super expensive sled to come out here and race. Literally something you would run the Wild Bill with carbides and picks, can come out and run on the Derby track.
You
World
betcha.
Championship weekend.
I'm doing this because this was a dream. I came here to watch, and I said to myself, flat out, I'm going to race this track. And a year later, I've been doing it ever since. And I spend more time with the CMPR crew, trying to get myself better and stronger every time.
It's fantastic. You did great.
Thanks. I really had fun. I couldn't have done it without you guys.
Thanks. Greg, you got any thoughts?
Nope.
Oh, come on.
I got nothing.
All right. So we're going to close out the video. Huge thanks to everybody that gave us a super thanks. I don't have a list here, but really appreciate you guys. It really helps out the channel, and it really lights up the YouTube algorithm. It's huge. Thanks to anybody that hit subscribe. Really appreciate you for just hitting subscribe or even just watching videos. And a giant thanks to the patrons who support us every month. You can see their names up on the screen. And for a small donation, $5 or $10 a month, well, you can see they get their names on the screen. They get to watch all the videos early and ad-free on Patreon. And they get also special patron-only videos and posts and stuff. So there you go. Thanks, everybody. And we'll see you on the trails.
Or the track.
Or the track.